Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you my Grand Spectrum build in this academy. So I'm gonna do a quick academy, just to show the build around, and then I'm gonna explain like everything you want to know about the build. So this build uses, well, this is vulnerability and monster damage. So it's gonna showcase how tanky this build is. So like you can see, I'm using Lightning Warp to do damage. And the reason for that is because you can move and do damage at the same time, which is really good. Plus, I'm using Overstorm with Curse on it to curse monsters. So I'm gonna try to find the boss really quick. I'm gonna not bother killing all the monsters. I'm just gonna show you that it can kill all the monsters really quickly with just Lightning Warp. And then I'm going to show you the single target on the boss if I can find it quickly, and that is. So how my, like, you might ask, like, what are my defenses? Well, it's simple. It's pretty much temp chain and really high damage and really high ES. The fact that temp chains like slows the enemy so much and that my damage is really high, it makes it so the monster don't really have time to hit me. So they pretty much die before they hit me, except these rage monster. But as you can see, they don't do much compared to the melee ones. Plus, also have Volpack and Ghost Fever, which makes it that when you just go ham into packs, you constantly leech your ES back. Because I have leech on my boots, which every time I kill a monster, um, I gain 0.6% leech for 4 seconds after I kill the monster. So it seems that I won't be able to find this boss really soon. I might think he's up there, but doing my best to find him. So you mainly use Magma Orb for single target and to proc your Elemental Conflux, which you need to do damage with Lightning Warp and Orb Storm. And this is pretty much the boss. So you have your Vol Discipline, you go in, you pop it, and then you pop your worms, and then you just attack the bosses. And like you can see, the damage on it is pretty insane. Pretty much kill this boss in 1 second. So this is pretty much the build in maps. It has pretty good defense. You can do pretty much any boss. I mean, I did a double boss shrine, boss damage turbo with crit multi, and it was pretty easy because you pretty much shoot your ball, it hits, it ignite, and you just wait for it to die. I can pretty much one-shot any bosses in the game if they have ads next to them with low resist, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna talk about my links and how I'm building this character. So this build relies on this Grand Spectrum Veridian Jewel to do damage. So you need to have a lot of them for it to be worth it at all. But what this jewel does is gives me 5% elemental damage for each Grand Spectrum jewel I have socketed in the tree, which means that if I have 13 of these jewel, which I currently have, it gives me 845% elemental damage. Okay, which double dips on ignite, which makes any skill do damage with ignite. So you want all the AoE nodes because you're using AoE skills, which is Magma Orb, Lightning Warp, and Orb of Storms. You're using Elemental Overload, which you proc with Orb of Storms. It has pretty high uptime. I would say like 90 plus uptime. And then you just want to grab a lot of ES because you're CI. And you also only want Ghost Reaver and Volpack if you have the Boots enchant, which gives you Leech after you killed recently. And that's pretty much it. So for your Ascendancy, you want Shaper of Desolation, Beacon of Ruin, Pendulum of Destruction, and Master of Discord. And this is your last 2 points. mastermind of Discord from the Uber Lab. And people might ask why you're using Beacon of Ruin instead of just using the proliferance for more raises. Well, the reason is simple. It is only because I'm using conc effect, which reduces the radius of prolif, but it doesn't reduce this one because it only reduces whatever this skill does, and this is like a different thing. So if you use this ink AoE doesn't work with this prolif as well. Both of this doesn't affect this prolif, but both of this will affect the other prolif pretty much. I think that's how it works. So I just figured that this would be really good, especially since I'm using Lightning Warp to do AoE damage plus Overstorm. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. It's pretty hard to level at the beginning because you have to go for a spellcaster, and you're gonna have like pretty low HP. But if you able to pull it through, well, it's really good. Also, a big downside of this build is it's really expensive to get going because you need 13 of these jewel, and these jewel are really expensive there right now. I think they are like 1 exalt each, so this makes a requirement of 13 exalt to start this build. But you could do this build with around 9 jewel. It would still be viable, but it won't be as much damage. So let's go with the links. So my main skill links on my 6th link is MagmaOrb, increase AoE, conc effect, fire pen, chance to ignite, and control destruction. Control destruction is your 6th link, and increased AoE is your 4th link. Then you have elemental weakness, curse on it, increase critical strike, overstorm. Because I have double curse, you can double curse. I'm using Eye of Chayula, so you don't get stunned. This is really important. I wouldn't play this character without Eye of Chayula. I'm using Immortal Call, cast 1 damage taken, increased duration, and Vol Discipline. Vol Discipline is a really good Vol skill because your leech is very inconsistent and you don't have any regen, so it helps a lot against bosses. So I have Clarity, level 7, because I don't have a lot of mana and I can't level it up more than that without being in the way of casting my skills multiple times. I'm using Bone Offering, which is really good to get rid of corpses. Like if you have a totem map and then you just kill a boss, while you want to get rid of the boss corpse in case there's a totem that can kill you. I have Enduring Cry to help with my Immortal Call in certain maps. I don't really use that often, but I use it in high map. And my auras is Discipline, Temp Chain, Blasphemy. Temp Chain is really good with this build because you have really good kill speed, which makes the monster barely hit you or hit you at all. Then I'm using less duration, rapid decay, faster casting, and lightning warp in my boots. And that's my links. Now you might ask why you're not 6-linking your lightning warp since it is your AoE skill. The reason for that is because lightning warp does enough work with a 4-link. It just kills all the white monster and blue monsters. It doesn't matter. It just kills them. And you really need your magma orb to do the single target to carry you on bosses. Like I did a lot of bosses. I did Twin Coliseum. I did Shrine Piety with crit crit strike and boss damage, boss speed, and double boss. Yeah, double boss. And it was pretty easy because let's say the monster there, you can pretty much hit from there and just like ignite her and then just run around and she's gonna be dead because most of the time only one ignite is enough to kill her pretty much. So yeah, so now for what I look on my gear, this is your weapon, Singularity. Why Singularity over Doriani's? Well, this is cheaper first, and then added damage is really insane for this build. Like you can see, I have 2500 top end lightning damage from just this weapon, which gives me 69 top end. So you can see how much it increases since the base damage, the damage effectiveness of Magma Orb is 125%. Um, it also increased the damage done by 70% against nearby enemies, and it also slows every enemies that come close to you by 25%, which is pretty good with Temp Chain and the chills you get from Elementalist. Um, you want the double curse ring or double curse Chayula, and then you can go for another big resist ES ring. Um, And then the rest of your gear is just really high ES and resist everywhere. Your helmet enchant, you really want either the Lightning Warp one or the Magma Orb one. The Lightning Warp one is the reduced duration one, and the Magma Orb one is the bounce one. So you can have 2 extra chain, which is gonna make you even like better off screener. So that's pretty much it with the gear. And now my potion, you have my worm pot, which is really good to prolift big burns and to proc my elemental focus, which can shock around bosses. And it also is a mana pot, so it's just a really good pot all around. I'm using a ruby flask for reflect and immunity to bleeding. I'm using adrenaline quicksilver, a granite flask of heat to dispel freezing, and then basalt of warding to take care of curses. Um, Now comes to bandits. My bandits are normal difficulty, you kill every bandit. Cruel difficulty, you help Allira. And then merciless difficulty, you kill all bandits. So that is it for the bill. I don't think I am missing anything. Yeah. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the build guide. This is an updated version of the build guide, and this is pretty much the finalized version of the build. So see ya.